if the accuracy of the information does matter to you, so you set this up once and get benefits forever. If your query need multimodal informations, then Perplexity is the way to go. User experience will be different. So whatever you set here in this profile, it will be applicable to all your conversations. If you're still using search engines to retrieve information from the website, stop immediately. Start using Perplexity from today. If the accuracy of the information does matter to you, if you're looking for up-to-date information, or if your query need multimodal informations like text, video, image, etc., then Perplexity is the way to go. Perplexity as a free version. At the same time, you can subscribe to a pro version. Personally, myself, I'm still using the free version and haven't tried yet with the pro. But depending on your usage and what actually you are looking for, you might need to subscribe for the pro. Pro queries search more articles and give you more detailed answer. For the free version, number of pro queries are restricted to 3 per day. With the subscription, you get much higher limit. At the same time, in the pro, you get option to choose between different models. Image generation is supported only in the pro version. Subscribing to Perplexity doesn't give you direct access to GPT models like ChatGPT or Claude AI. As in pro version, you get options to choose your model, but that doesn't mean you get direct access to ChatGPT or any other models you get the option for. Functionally, at very high level, the difference is the way ChatGPT, Perplexity or any other models fine-tune their responses are totally different. So the user experience will be very much different if you subscribe to ChatGPT versus if you subscribe to Perplexity. Even though the underlying model being used is same, because the fine-tuning method itself is different, user experience will be different. Go to Google, search for Perplexity AI. Go to this link, perplexity.ai. Now you have to sign up. Now for sign up, you can do the Google ID, your Gmail. You can continue to use that one as a Perplexity sign in. So this is the landing page of Perplexity. Now first thing, we'll just go to settings and do some basic setup so that the experience can be much better going forward. You can change your avatar, you can put an image over there and all these things. So I am not going into that. If you're planning to use API, then you need to set your API keys here. Profile is very important. So you should come here and set the profile, this section where it says introduce yourself, share as much as you'd like. It will help Perplexity to return a personalized response. Just for example, let's say this can be some of the things you can set up. So you can set your persona, then you can use something like use simple and easy understand language, and then again like maintain consistency and coherence. So whatever instructions you provide here to Perplexity, Perplexity will be using this to respond all your queries. Now just go and save your profile information here. Next, there is one more important thing like I prefer to set, it's your appearance. So what you can do, you can select your mode here. So normally I try to use, or I prefer to use the dark mode. So I will select dark mode here. I will be switching over to dark mode and continue the dark mode only. You get an option for AI data retention. So you can choose to switch this off. Now let's go to the discover mode. So if you go to discover, you get the top topics here. Even let's say if you have interest in finance, art and culture, sports, tech and science, so accordingly you can go and discover the trending topics there itself. For me, it looks to be kind of a newsfeed, but I found this very interesting. Now let's start asking a question to Perplexity. What are the sources for renewable energy? Now if you go to focus, you can prefer not to choose any of them, but if you choose, the quality of your answers gets improved. There's options for let's say web. Let's say I'm looking for any trending current topic, so I'll be searching on the web. If I'm looking for accurate information as part of my research, I'll be looking for the academic. I'm looking for any critical mathematical calculations, I'll be choosing the math focus. If you're trying to generate any content, I will be going to writing. As of now, my experience is ChatGPT is much better on creative writing. I am not using this focus much more on Perplexity. You have an option for video in the focus, where actually it mostly goes to YouTube. So whenever I did that one, I mostly get an YouTube video link. So that's something you can use. And then there's an option for social. Previously it was named as Reddit, I guess. I think it still use Reddit at the backend to get the social informations. But let's say example, like I'm trying to find out some movie recommendations on a particular genre, then I might go to social. Now if you're looking for a particular movie review, you can choose video and then continue with your search. You have an option of 3 pro queries per day. You can switch on the pro mode for search. 5 searches left today, so I think it's 5. I mentioned earlier as 3 pro searches, but I think that's incorrect. So you get an option for 5 pro searches per day with the free version. You can switch it on. With the pro search on, the number of articles searched gets increased and the answer you get from Perplexity is more detailed. Now you have an option here to attach a file, so you can upload a PDF file. If you have an image, if you have a Word document, you can very well convert that into PDF and then upload. With the free version, you have a limit for 3 PDF files or 3 files per day. I'm switching off Pro for now. I'll go with normal search. So let me take this one and run the same query on Google search. Now when you go to Google search, you'll get link to multiple websites or multiple articles, multiple documents, and you have to go through them one by one and then synthesize the informations to get the correct answer or the accurate answer you are looking for. Now Perplexity actually does that himself, but with the Perplexity, the main advantage is you get an answer that's actually synthesized from the articles Perplexity accessed, and it gives you the reference to the documents also which it used to derive the information. Let's say you get the answer here, right? And then this is the major sources of renewable energy. It gives you a brief introduction to all of them. So now if you go here, you have a reference to articles from where these informations are sourced. This is really helpful in the sense it boosts the confidence of the answer, at the same time ensure accuracy. Let's say if I am looking for this one, document number 1, if I go to this, so you can literally find out the document that Perplexity used to get the information. The same way you can go to each of these references. Everywhere you go, like let's say wind energy, you have a document reference. Hydropower, you have a document reference. Now additional insights, you have a document reference. So this reference actually is very useful to ensure what you are getting from Perplexity, it's very much accurate. Now this section, you actually get some additional informations, right? Now if you look at here, you have total 7 like documents or references available here. Now if you go here, you get all of them here, all 7, and you can choose to open each of them one by one. You actually, let's say if you find a document that's that doesn't look to be relevant for you, or you think that's outdated, so you can actually choose to remove this source. Let's say I choose number 6, number 5 and number 7, and I can remove. There's an option to remove these 3 sources also. Now these are additional informations sections you can get from here. Let's say if I go here, search videos, you get some additional information from here. You can search images and generate image also. Whatever the queries you were asking to ChatGPT, that will be saved under library section. So you can go to library always and look at your historical conversations that you had with the Perplexity. You can retrieve all your historical conversations from here. This, if I go to library, and then what are the sources of renewable energy, this is the latest one I'm working for, and I can click this. I will go back to the same communication or conversation group. If you go here, there's 3 dots on the top on the right hand side, you have an option to add to collection. So you can actually create a collection and add your search, right? So let's say I am doing this for sustainable energy resources. You put descriptions here, and then you can put an AI prompt here, like whenever you run any query under these collections, that will be applicable. You can provide general instructions here. Whenever any query for this collection gets executed, Perplexity takes care of that. One example can be format output as tables. You can go to library and then find your collections from here. Perplexity also provide autocomplete options for the searches, so you get your searches automatically. There is one more interesting point to talk about. You can ask follow-up questions on the output you already received. At the same time, I found this is very interesting, where Perplexity provide a set of related questions. I found in many cases these related queries actually helped me to explore more on the topic I was searching for. Like you can choose anything up there, right? So what are the benefits of using geothermal energy? You just run the query and there, right? So those queries not be on the top of your mind, but Perplexity actually give you a hint or provide you some hint on what your next question can be. Is everything good with Perplexity, or there are some risks we should be aware of while choosing where to spend your money on ChatGPT or Perplexity. So it's very important to know what are the problems that might come in the future. Perplexity is currently ad free, but we don't know what might come in future. At the same time, Perplexity is heavily dependent on the models provided by other companies. In future, it can be a risk. So while putting your money on Perplexity, you should keep this point in mind. Thank you very much for watching this video till this point. If you like this video, please visit my YouTube channel Dr. Pian Dreams and subscribe.